Political satire is a very persistent genre of television. Saturday Night Live used to be good at it decades ago. Jon Stewart was very recently good at it, and John Oliver is currently taking it to the next level. While not a comedy, The West Wing was also good at poking fun of modern politics, and Parks and Recreation did so on a local city level up until this past spring. However, the best political satire in recent years, in my eyes, has been HBO's Veep.
Hey, Sue, did the president call? No.
What colossal fuck-up are we dealing with this morning?
You said you had it covered. It's your job to know that if I say I have it covered, I don't have it covered, and you cover me.
This is what happens when you tell the truth. Nothing good comes of it.
I'm Vice President. I like this room. This is great.
Yeah, it's a presidential suite.
Vice Presidential, anyway.
Following Vice President Selina Meyer, played by comedy legend Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep follows the day-to-day actions of her and her incompetent political staff. It showcases our nation's impeccable political process from the point of view of a vice president who is more concerned with establishing her legacy than helping her country, although she will help her country if it suits her own interests. There are many reasons why you should watch Veep. Before I go there, I just want to address some complaints with my last video. Adjust the sound levels, it's definitely fixable. Better lighting, I think I have that. Fix my face. I can't do anything about that right now, but with your support, I can afford the operation. Currently between seasons 4 and 5, Veep was created by British writer Armando Iannucci, who previously created a similar political commentary set in England starring current Doctor Who star Peter Capaldi.
I will tear your fucking skin off, I will wear it to your mother's birthday party, and I will rub your nuts up and down her leg whilst whistling Bohemian fucking Rhapsody, right?
As a result, there is a British feel to the humor of Veep, with a dry wit running throughout. Each episode focuses on DC power players trying to get themselves out of a mess they themselves created, giving us an exaggerated idea of what goes on behind the scenes of our government. There's always a deal to be made and a back to be stabbed. There's plenty of reasons why you should watch Veep, but I want to start off with its cast. Veep has one of the funniest ensembles currently on television, and it has grown every year. Each character is selfish and often despicable in their efforts to climb the political ladder. At the center is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who has won the Emmy for Best Comedic Actress for the past 3 years. Arrested Development's Tony Hale portrays her personal assistant Gary, and he won an Emmy for his work in 2013. Matt Walsh, that actor you sort of know from one episode of every sitcom ever, is Selena's communication chief, Mike. Anna Klumsky and Reed Scott star as other high-ranking members of Selena's team. The beauty of this ensemble is how none of the characters truly have seniority over each other. Each comes with a basket full of neuroses and flaws that are exploited by their peers for personal gain. The only things they have in common are their job and their hatred for one other coworker and the show's early breakout character, Jonah Ryan, perfectly played by newcomer Timothy Simons.
Hey, the Veep looks smoking tonight. I wonder how much vodka we need to have a little Mrs. Robinson moment.
That is extremely disrespectful.
What are you talking about? That's like the highest compliment you can give somebody.
Since the show has started, the ensemble has grown to include veterans Gary Cole, Kevin Dunn, and on a smaller scale, Diedrich Bader, Patton Oswalt, even Hugh Laurie has joined in on the fun. Moving on, you should watch Veep because like any good comedy, it's hilarious. To be more accurate though, it's a very depraved and vulgar sense of funny. The show rapidly produces one-liners one after another instead of your usual set-up punchline joke format. It's fast-paced, honest, witty, and vulgar. Incredibly vulgar, especially when it comes to characters insulting each other, which happens constantly. No other show can match Veep in the frequency or quality of its characters bad-mouthing each other, often face-to-face.
Okay, well, let's see. I'd rather set fire to my vulva, so that's a no.
If you want to get some cardio exercise, you have to have a heart.
This is sad. You're like an old panda that's gonna get put down at the zoo.
You know, you're about as annoying as a condom filled with fire ants. How's that for a fucking metaphor?
It's a simile, sir.
Shut your mouth, you fat girl.
Whereas most political comedies skew politicians, their beliefs, and their parties, Veep is more interested in poking fun at the day-to-day interactions of our government's top officers. Veep never confirms which political party Selina Meyer belongs to and rarely clarifies her opinions on social issues. Instead, the show is interested in the seemingly mundane aspects of government life, such as running a child obesity program or participating in television interviews, but exposing the levels of corruption, arrogance, and hypocrisy behind the scenes. For example, a second season episode centered around the government's response to an international hostage operation portrays Selina as more interested in how she can use the situation to make herself look great than she is in actually rescuing the hostages. International relations, elections, Senate votes, lobbying, the media, and more are all featured on the show and treated as equally vile. While the show is largely episodic, there is a thin story arc each season that builds with each episode. The smallest details carry over week to week and build on each other until the finale. Additionally, the show expands its political grasp each season, becoming more ambitious with its storytelling year after year, but to say how would spoil some of the show's best moments. All the characters from all aspects of government are portrayed as manipulative and self-centered individuals only focused on self-preservation.
Mr. President.
You have a second. Despite airing between the much more popular Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, I think that Veep is currently HBO's best offering. It's a weekly half-hour window into our seemingly incomprehensible political process with dry wit and an impressive cast. If you're a fan of politics or the skewering of politics, this show is an absolute must-watch. Veep has been nominated for 6 Emmy Awards this year, including Best Comedy Series and 3 Acting Awards. It returns for its 5th season this upcoming spring on HBO, and all previous episodes can be watched on various HBO platforms, DVD and Blu-ray, and other digital media. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please feel free to comment below. I will respond to... Okay, you know what, last time I said I was going to respond to all the comments, and I did half of them. It got repetitive, so I maybe didn't, but you know, I'll try to get a lot of the original thoughts this time. Anyways, also like the video and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already to get my latest videos. I have just moved to Jacksonville. I'm settling in my new home. I'm not quite sure how frequently I'll be able to make videos in the short term while I, figure out what I'm doing with my time right now as classes are resuming, and it's going to be complicated for a while, but I'm committed to this channel more so now after that It's Always Sunny video blew up, surprisingly. So stay tuned for more here on TV Junkie.